Now this is House MD, end quote. So thank you so much for this feedback. Well, okay, so we get this a lot. Yes, I did recently upgrade my house to a smart house. And it did go to medical school. So yes, it is House MD in that sense now. But it's not accepting new patients. Because this is, a lot of people are like, oh, can you refer me to your house? Because it seems to be able to handle things a little bit better medically.
Can I just throw out there, it has been calling me a lot. Like when you're out, like especially late at night, it'll be like, hey, do you want to come over? Like London's not here, so we can do like whatever.
Yeah. And
I don't know what to say to that. Like your house is cool and everything, but I'm not like I don't know what they're kind of aiming at. Like I'm not.
Can I ask, like, what have you said? Because it's once in a while. So I'll get back to Smart House MD, and they'll say like, "Oh, I talked to Cameron earlier." Then I'll be like, "Oh, what'd you talk about?" It's like nothing. And I'm like, did you say something or?
No, I usually just give an excuse like, oh, I can't come over right now. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I've gone over a couple times.
Okay.
But I just get over there and the house is like, hey, there's chips in the cabinet.
Yeah.
And do you want to watch TV? And I'm like, okay, sure. And so I'm just eating chips on your couch, watching TV, and every once in a while the house is like, man, Breaking Bad's like kind of good, right?
Are you watching Breaking Bad together or
No. Most of the time it's like Workaholics or something, but he'll just the house just kind of throws that out there. I don't know what to do with it. I don't like it. The personality your house has sucks. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah. I'll say, like, whenever I've talked to House MD, a lot of times I've said like, well, if you like a show, you should try to watch that show. And it's like, no, Cameron wouldn't even. No.
Well, why am I factored in at all?
I know.
And also, the house keeps bringing up Breaking Bad, but also keeps mentioning specifics that I don't think are in Breaking. Like, look, it's been a decade since I've seen the show for sure, right? But to say like, isn't it cool that like Walt Jr. has that like insane motorcycle and he does all those stunts? And I'm like, I really don't think that was part of the show. I don't know why it would be part of the show.
Yeah, but then again, like, those writers were really good, and a lot of the show I didn't expect to happen, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess it was mostly focused on, drugs and sort of the, like, kind of cartel and all this kind of stuff, but it could have also involved, Walt Jr., who has this disability kind of doing these motorcycle stunts. I guess that's part of it, is that he was able to do that in spite of himself.
Like, good on him, I guess. Maybe that's the point that my house is making. I just, I don't know, but my house isn't necessarily like he said, like, maybe not the one you want your first go-to to hang, Like, you want to make it a group thing if you're going to hang out with house. So.
Yes, yeah, because that is a great point, because if it's not a group thing, then you're just not hanging out with the house at all, and the house is going to be really annoying about that, like texting and kind of being like, dude, we haven't seen each other in like so long, like, we definitely need to hang out. Whereas at least when it's a group thing, even if it's like 12 people, you can be like, what are you talking about? We just hung out.
Yeah, we were just there. Like, we talked a little bit, right? Yeah, it's like, well, by the cabinet chips, yeah. And the house is like, oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. And the alternative is, oh, no, I haven't seen the house in a while, so I'm going to go over there, watch Workaholics, watch the house get high, and, like, try to impress me with his Breaking Bad knowledge whatever, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, so I hope we answered your question. Thank you so much for this feedback.